Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There is no I in team.
This has been a partial list of letters not found in the word team.
Good Morning Night Vale.
Hey babes, it's me, Symphony, and my favorite sport is gymnastics.
My name is Hal, and basketball is my favorite sport. I like it when they dribble up and down the court.
My name is Meg, and I have a complicated feelings about horse racing because I like horses, but I don't like when they get hurt. And is it a sport if you're riding on top of another animal? That and more will be answered in this show today. Oh, no, wait, it's not that show. It's Good Morning Night Vale, which is the show where we recap every episode of the hit popular podcast, Welcome to Night Vale. And we don't really talk too much about the morality of horse racing. And we recap the show because we think it's interesting and because we like to connect with you, our community of listeners, about the show that we all like. Today is Monday, April 17th at 8:18 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when we are recording this episode. You will listen to it in the future, and we will all be different then.
But for now, while we're all the same, here's the description of the episode as it originally appeared. A look at all the great kids, ghosts, and trees playing in our upcoming season. Let's talk about it.
Kids, ghosts, and trees. Oh my!
This is a Jeffrey episode, right?
Yes. This is a Jeffrey Scott Craner original, as it is about
Friends.
The sports. I was going to say, this feels like a solid Night Vale episode one-off. There's not a ton of big arching plot that's pulling together. It's just sort of like this little slice, carve-out, standalone. And it's nice to have every once in a while, especially coming off of 133, which is so timey-wimey and chaotic. And this is just a
hard on your brain.
It's just let's just talk about the football preview. And of course, it's Night Vale, so all of the football players are weird.
Yes. First, we have from the Scorpions, one of our hit players who's a spider boy.
Yep.
More of a spider than a boy, I think.
I wrote down is a large spider.
Yeah.
Spider child. I don't even know if it's a boy. I thought they referred to him. Anyway, It's a spider.
Uh-huh.
And it's wild that they're talking about that because, spiders generally don't, especially a spider of a size to catch a football. I don't think I'd want to play against that.
Well, it keeps popping the footballs because sharp spider legs.
I'm just hoping that in my brain, it happened as a montage. Like every time he's like, hits his hand, he's like, psst, psst, and then like everyone, and then one day he learns like when he jumps up towards the end and he gets it and he doesn't pop it.
Yeah.
That's the special time, and then they win the championship. But before that, we have an issue that comes up that some jerk is like, oh, you can't have a player who has more than 2 legs. Ableist, I say.
Like an ableist. Well, they did say, more, at least. Oh, no more than 2 legs. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. But someone brought up Airbud, which was, the problem was not that it was a dog. The problem was that owned an airline.
Yes. And was actually not very good at playing basketball. All right. Now, I know that I said this episode would not be about horse racing, but what other animals or creatures do you think would be like really good at a given sport? Like, yes, conceivably a very large spider would be good at football because it can run very quickly and jump.
Sure.
I mean, I think a dolphin would be great at swimming and they're smart enough to train.
Sure.
Clearly a dolphin's great at swimming. So that's sort of an easy one. But are there other ones that we're missing?
If soccer or football, I think a ostrich would be so good. Mm-hmm. They're very fast and they're mean, and they would, with their evil legs, their dinosaur legs, they'd be like, I think they would be good. They would be very good at soccer or football in the other parts of the world because they like to use their little legs and they can wibble around with their necks and heads.
Apparently bulldogs are good at skateboarding.
They love it.
Yes, I've seen quite a few of them.
Or have you seen the same one in different parking lots?
Maybe they'll be in the X Games.
You never know.
No, I've seen them on the internet, and they're definitely different.
They have meetups.
Dogs.
It'd be great to see like dog, like in the 80s, like finding an empty pool, and they broke into backyards.
Yeah,
shit in the field, and then skated in the empty pools.
I think cats would be really good at pole dancing.
Agreed.
I think gorillas would be outstanding decathletes.
Okay.
Because they're strong, fast. They can jump for distance and height if they need to. They'd also be really good at American Ninja Warrior.
That's true. Because they're like good at the climbing stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and it's so cute when they walk around on their hind legs and their big gorilla arms swing. They look like they're...
Which ones are the ones... The lizard ones that run like this, like wibbly wobbly, like on the top of the water. Their
like
legs
a gecko,
go, woo, woo, and their arms
like an iguana.
They've got like I don't know what it's called.
You're thinking like the water skimmer salamander.
It's not an axolotl. It runs like upright, like it's running like this. I thought it would be a good tennis player.
Okay, I can see that because like all arms akimbo.
Oh, basilisk is what you're thinking of.
Or a goalie.
Basilisk lizard.
Not a basilisk.
They call it the Jesus Christ lizard. Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Yes. That's directly from National Geographic. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. How did you walk on the water when it's not ice?
Yeah, green basilisk. You're correct.
There's a whole song about him.
Yeah, it looks like the Jurassic Park thing that's like...
The velociraptor.
What animals would be bad at sports besides like a lot of them?
Oh, a sloth. I love sloths, but they'd be like three. They'd be like,
yeah, a walrus.
Slow.
Yeah, or like a jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish. Yeah, would be
clams,
especially on land. On land, they'd be terrible. Yeah. All the land sports.
Yeah.
I
don't know. What else would be
giraffes would be really bad at limbo.
Oh, you know what?
Giraffes would be bad. It's just a lot. I feel like giraffes are like you could very easily tackle a giraffe
at limbo.
Yeah,
let's just go for the legs. It's all legs.
Yeah, you would take out their legs before their head could reach down. You know what I realized, guys? We got to back up. Seals would be excellent volleyball players.
Yes,
because they balance the ball on their nose and they like spike it.
They'd be great.
That's what I'm thinking. But I think a lot of animals would be bad at certain sports that we humans have created. Like most animals would be bad at golf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. just like Pepsi, no one likes it.
Oh, man.
Just kidding. People like golf.
I don't have any feelings about golf. Like
Do you have any do you have feelings about Pepsi, though?
not a ton. Not a ton of feelings about Pepsi.
I feel like people feel very strongly about their colas one way or the other, no? I don't drink cola, but like I've heard people who like Diet Coke are like, love Diet Coke.
Yeah. I mean, the three of us are not really cola drinkers.
This is true.
So who are we to say?
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of Diet Coke, like in college. And then I just drink water and coffee and alcohol.
That was what
The Holy Trinity.
Ooh. But your alcohol is good quality. It's not like
Rubbing. Yeah.
rubbing. You're not. Oh my God. But speaking of Pepsi, this ad from them, I'm calling us children of Stardust, and that humans are knock jokes of the gods. Do you think that? I think that could be. It's sometimes Night Vale just says that, like you'll hear stuff and you're like, yeah, that could be totally true.
Yeah. You just have like a real weird rest of your day. You're just like, yeah, thinking about it, it really does feel like humanity is a first draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best of us and the worst of us existing simultaneously is very weird and consistent throughout history.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so Nasser al-Mujahid is out for the season because of personal reasons, as discussed in A Story of Love and Horror. They just keep digging.
We know what those personal reasons are.
Turning that blade that's in our hearts that you left there.
It's just a little reminder of like the cold reality of choices made in Night Vale sometimes, and how they have lasting repercussions. Like it's not like, sometimes you'll hear a story and like it's like, oh, that bad thing happened, and then you'll never hear about that again. But we keep
yeah, like we'll be knee deep in blood in an episode where they're like, we're all drowning in blood and guts falling from the sky, and then like we just that never gets mentioned again. But like they tell this heartbreaking, horrible love story, tragic horror story, and we just keep bringing it back up.
It's a canon.
Yeah, I know. But, we're hopefully this will bring him some solace at the end of this episode. But nothing can ever bring back that terrible tragedy that we experienced. But some of the other teams I thought were really cool. I don't think we've heard of before. And I just want to go over some of the names of the rivals. The Red Mesa Ant Carpenters.
It's pretty fierce.
Very fierce. And the one kid has antlers.
Yes, the wide receiver. So they can blow through defenders.
That'd be scary as hell. Because like if you've ever seen antlers of like a big buck or a moose or something, that's scary. And I would not want to be poked or pushed aside with one of those.
I went to the Leonis Adobe recently, which is an adobe out here that has a ridiculously terrible history, but has been around a very long time in the San Fernando/Conejo Valley area. And you can go there and visit, and they have livestock there. They have this bull with very long antlers that was feeding at a trough that was right up against a fence. So he had figured out how to hook his antler, and it was like the bull in the Bugs Bunny cartoons, like that comically large. He had figured out how to angle his head to like get the horn underneath it so that he could eat comfortably and then extract it, never once hitting. Like, what was the learning curve like on that to get those antlers into position? So he would just go, like, you'd see him go like this, he'd tilt and then scoop under and then enjoy eating. Meanwhile, the little sheep are eating, or the goats are eating from the other side because they're all eating it too. And then he
oh my gosh,
would gingerly remove it. But also those things could kill you. They would pierce right through your chest, and you would be riding around like a marionette on his head if he decided to do it.
I don't know why I always think about, because you'd probably be running away, that they would just gore you like
in your butthole,
like get you in the butt or like near your butt.
Could happen.
Turn you into a horrible puppet.
Yeah, you look like a puppet either way. You're gonna get ragdolled.
That's upsetting. Speaking of dying, next up we have the Pine Cliff Lizard Monitors. Now in Pine Cliff, everyone is
they're all ghosts. I mean, you would assume they're deceased. They're not amongst the living. Is that maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're dead.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because he makes a joke
They were
about
dead
that,
last.
like, yeah, that they were dead last, and they're like, it's in poor taste. It's like, well, sorry about it. And they have a great offense, very bad defense. Wonder why? Because they're ghosts. You can go through them. I wonder what that would look like. It's just like people or whatever's on one side, and then all these like floating, like, are they wearing the helmets? Do they need to wear helmets?
Yeah.
They're ghosts. Or are they just wearing their death outfit?
Also, how are they?
Oh, yeah.
How are they any good on offense?
Well, they can get right by you.
But they can't hold the ball.
But they can.
Maybe they can. Sometimes ghosts can like move things.
Oh, like they're all concentrating real hard, like
Yeah,
Vincent
maybe.
Schiavelli, and he's their coach from Ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The penny, across the door,
Knocking over people's newspapers and stuff.
What is your ghost outfit?
Oh man, something real comfortable, right? Because it's for eternity, but also something versatile.
Yeah.
Because it's for eternity. You never know what you might need to turn up to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
one of my T-shirts.
I want to look awesome, but like I think it would have to be one of my like a caftan.
The hardest thing has got to be shoes, because I feel like when I'm packing, the hardest thing is shoes, because it's like, well, yes, I might go for a run, but also I might need to go out to dinner, but also like, I want to have a flip-flop for the hotel.
I feel like you only get one outfit.
Yeah, which is why why shoes is the hardest part. Yeah. I mean, because I feel like, you whatever you die in, that's your end of life out. A lot of people are wearing hospital gowns. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's why I want to, if I'm ever in a hospital, I want to be dressed up, ready to go. And I want to be that weird eccentric lady with like the sparkly like turban or whatever on, and very Norma Desmond, Just get weird with it. What would you wear as your ghost outfit, Hal?
Probably one of my T-shirts.
The
Nice.
Night Vale Thrilling Adventure Hour crossover T-shirt.
Yeah, those are all my Thrilling Adventure Hour on itself T-shirt, I finally was done. I mean, it was to the point where I couldn't tell. I could only barely tell which side had the logo on it, and there were holes everywhere. And it was time. Like, I'm not gonna make a quilt out of all these shirts. I don't have that energy or that drive.
Aww.
I thanked it for its service and threw it away. But yes, probably one of those T-shirts.
You Marie Kondo'd it. Thank you for bringing me joy, and then you let it go.
This one's starting to be see-through. Can you see my face through it? Well, you can now when I press up.
Yes.
I look like I look like the poster for the Frighteners.
You look like the Punisher.
Can someone screenshot this? I can do that. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Hal, you toxic goes back on my Zoom to you.
Okay. Wait, what?
Okay, I got it. No, hang on, one more.
Yes, I'm talking right now. I'm talking.
Oh, no, I got Symphony.
And then we have the Cactus Park shark nurses. All of these are like so funny. It's just like the backwards of the thing. But Desert Bluffs, I can't remember what their team
The Vultures. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are the Vultures. And then the Whispering Forests, which are quite complimentary, but if they compliment you and you take it, you turn into a tree. The High School Wood Dogs. I enjoy it. I'm like, it's nice to give you a compliment, but so what, you have to be like humble and be like, no. I love the voices Cecil did for the Whispering Forest when they're doing the thing. He's like, oh, you have a great tackle. I was like, what the hell? That was great. I just giggled. It made me giggle very, very much. But I liked all the team names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Jeffrey had a lot of fun writing this.
Yeah. The thing that they said about 2016 needing positive, like, they don't know why anybody would need positivity for 2016. I was like, oh, right.
The bad thing happened.
That's when all that happened.
Yeah, the bad thing.
That's when the bad thing happened. One of the bad
things.
The beginning of quite a bit. That was also a crazy year of, as I call it, the Great Culling. That's when Prince died. That's when David Bowie died. Lots of people died. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. That was a rough one. I wore purple in some capacity for a year. I mean, purple is my favorite color, but in honor of the late great Prince, I wore purple a little bit every day.
That's why I wear a raspberry beret all the time.
Never forget
when I go out. Yeah.
Every day.
The kind that you'd find in a secondhand store. That exact kind. But I made it.
Uh-huh.
I cooked it.
Out of raspberries.
Yeah, I made it out of raspberries. It smells so bad. so bad. It's like white and fuzzy. It's moldy.
I'm just imagining it's like fruit leather.
It makes me sick when I wear it, but I'm, for Prince.
Always. Speaking of spooky things, there's a PSA from the library. Our used book sale is happening in a spooky-ass cornfield, and they're basically laying traps. I don't think anyone should go to that, but I thought it was it was a really funny PSA, I thought.
Yes.
My high point of this episode was when they're talking about the end zone celebrations. And they had to stop it because one team stopped the game and performed the entirety of the musical Wicked.
Yes, which I just recently saw. I told you that. I love that freaking show.
It's very good.
I would that would not annoy me. If they were good, I would be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be you were not really allowed to celebrate at all. Now there's more celebration, and it's really fun to watch how creative they are and like the stuff that they do together.
I like the classic one where you put your arms up and then you wiggle your knees, wiggle your legs. That's a good one. I like to employ that just for small things, like I brush my teeth.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle. What would you do as your end zone celebration?
I was going to say I would tap dance.
Okay.
Like put down some...
would you throw the ball down? Or are you holding the ball while you're doing it?
I'd keep the ball, but I'd pull out like a piece of plywood and just really...
Stamp out a time step.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. What about you?
I would do the entirety of the final dance from Dirty Dancing with me as Patrick Swayze and the ball as Jennifer Grey.
The lift.
Oh, yeah.
The lift and everything.
Of course. But all the other parts, too.
I would also be the chair. Mm-hmm. Is there a chair? There's a chair, right?
Pretty sure chair.
That's Flash dance to the chair.
Well, she dances in the chair, and she dumps the water on herself. That's Flash dance. Yeah,
God.
It's more like the yeah, and the ball's going like this.
And then a lot of this one. Or I dance you know what else dance I like that I would do? Have you seen Caddyshack?
Oh, the one that Rodney Dangerfield does?
No. The one that the fucking woodchuck or whatever
where he rotates his belt. I'm all right.
He's just like...
Don't nobody worry about me.
Yes.
Right, you got to give me a sign. Why don't you just let me be? That's enough. I can't do anymore. And we don't have the rights.
Oh, yeah. Like that. That is what I do. Please, listeners, let us know what your end zone dance looks like.
Immediately.
Thank you. Look, I'm putting out these calls to actions to our friends, fans, and enemies because we'd like to see what that looks like for you. I'm going to see if I can, Meg, I'm going to record me doing my end zone dances and you can put that on the Patreon.
Put that on your Patreon and smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So our coach has a brilliant idea to play all the teams at once, which I think is a brilliant idea. And then she also has the brilliant idea to put gloves on our spider friend's hands so that he only has 2 legs. So, and then they win before the season even begins. It's an all-around good plan.
Yeah. Very efficient.
Yeah. Good job, Coach Beaumont. Good job.
All right. Should we?
Yeah.
Let's
do it.
Okay.
We should. Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather. Raising Helvetica by Sims and air credits and Ice Tep. This is a banger, you guys.
Sure is.
Yeah. It moves.
I really enjoyed this song. Yeah. I was bopping, beeping, and booping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Love Sims. We'd love to hear from Sims. Sims was the weather on episode 98, Flight. Sims is of the Doomtree crew, as well as other iterations of his presentation of his music. He almost went on tour with us. Him and Dessa were going to come on tour with us on the 2020 tour as a duo.
Damn you, 2020. You've robbed us yet again.
I booked one flight for you, Sims. I still have a copy of your passport stored on my computer for the day that maybe one day you'll tour with us again. And I will have to put together
Fingers
your
crossed.
Canadian border crossing documentation.
Hey.
Hey, so this comes out.
Is he Canadian?
No, but that's why.
Because we were going to Canada.
That's why I have all your passports.
Well, I just thought that was because you are my mom.
Yeah.
Now.
I remind everyone when their passport is about to expire.
Oh, wait, when does mine expire? Do I need to get a new one yet?
Hal, I don't know if I have yours, actually, because I don't know if you've been abroad with
I have.
us.
I crossed the border into Canada.
Oh,
All right, let me look. Let's go to passport
Look
scans.
and see if my passport scan is there.
Desktop. I have a folder on my desktop.
I'm gonna be so sad if
yes.
it's not there, because I definitely.
Hal,
Yes.
your passport expires in 2025.
Yes, there's still time.
Woohoo! Oh, you got a couple more years.
Werewolves of London.
I know mine isn't until 2031, so I'm good.
Nice.
I really love this song. It was really fun.
This song comes off of the 2018 album Artera Verite. Sims collaborating with Air Credits and Ice Tap. Ice Tap is who did the beats. Yeah, so the sort of description, the missive of this album is from Sims' Bandcamp page. It says, rap music from the near and bleak future, or more aptly from the next week's dystopia. Arteria Verite is a concept album that ended up being more future realist than conceptual. Yeah.
Cool. I really enjoyed it. I hope I'm going to add this to my list and
Made the list.
listen more.
I like to read. Last time Sims was on the weather, I read his bio, and I'm going to read it again.
Oh,
Life
nice.
and loss, dance parties, sex and love, and fractal math. Sims wrote more than ever last winter in the wake of some personally trying times, death and sickness in his life, his death and sickness in his immediate circle of friends and family. He decided that the only acceptable answer to big loss is big joy, urgent, defiant, unapologetic joy. I like that sentiment a lot.
I love that.
Fight back with joy.
Agreed.
You know what's in my bio? That I enjoy
What?
a piping hot slice of FanZone Calzone anytime I can get it.
Mm-mm.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today, I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was, and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
And I want to dig in right now because this is exciting. This is huge. We need a little reverb on this, Vin. The Anonymous Poop Lady writes, hi, Tri-hosts, but especially Hal. I meant to write you after your last episode, Kellogg's, but there were a few things I wanted to comment on, and I couldn't remember them all without re-listening, and I just haven't had a chance. Meg, bless you for suggesting that I have a full and active life. I am, in fact, a hermit who can most often be found sleeping off migraines. Here are some comments. I was delighted that you mentioned the Ever Given. Last spring, another Ever ship, the Ever Forward, got stuck for a few weeks outside the port of Baltimore. It was right offshore, so I took a trip to go check it out. The report about the whole fiasco came out a while back, and the reason it went around The reason it went aground was because the driver was too busy talking on his cell phone and he missed a turn facepalm. I've attached a pic of my dog's butt with the ever forward in the background. Hal, it was cool that you wanted my help explaining the email from Sweden, but Meg and Symphony had you covered. Have faith in your co-hosts. I do. Ceiling fans, I love them. Great. My favorite cereal is Cocoa Krispies. After all that cereal talk, I got some on my next grocery trip. Technically, they were chocolate rice crisps from Wegmans. I don't usually buy cereal for consumption with milk, boo lactose. I'm a big fan of plain, dry cereal. Right now, my go-to has been peanut butter puffins, but I also love Life and all the various forms of mini-wheats. Kashi has a great version of mini-wheats with berry filling that reminds me of a similar cereal I loved as a kid. Do any of you remember when they had the Captain Crunch that was just the berries? I think you mean, oops, all berries. That shit was the best. Honey Nut Cheerios are awesome. I've heard they're the #1 selling cereal in the whole world. Makes sense. A cereal story. My grandpa makes what he calls tractor driving cereal. It's just a mix of whatever cereals he has in the house, usually Raisin Bran, Cheerios, and one of the Chexes. You could have banana on your cereal, but only if you sang the Chiquita Banana song. The link is to the whole commercial with a longer version of the song than we had time to sing. Nope. This link is to the whole commercial with a longer version of the song than we had to sing. Tractor driving was only something my brother got to do, but I ate the cereal too. I guess to fortify me for vacuuming and babysitting. Fuck the patriarchy! I echo the sentiment of the person who wrote in about colorectal cancer. I have a dear friend who has been fighting like hell with colon cancer for 7-ish years, and it's just the fucking worst. Spreading awareness is so important because the prognosis is so much better if it's caught early. Yes, catch early, detect early, consult with your doctor all the time. When I re-listened to Bedtime Story, the main thing it reminded me of was a book by co-creator of Within the Wires, Janina Matthewson. It's called Of Things Gone Astray and includes a storyline about a woman who turns into a tree in the middle of the airport. She also worked on a podcast called Murmurs that has a storyline about a woman turning into a plant. Everything Janina does is just spectacular. Well, APL, what a delight to visit with you. I've had no real personal contact, and I'm jealous and sad, but I'm glad that this ray of sunshine has come into my day when I needed it most. Thank you, APL.
I also really love Gina Matthewson's book. Of course, APL. You and I are on the same page about books.
Yes.
But yeah, I really like that book as well. Yeah, I think everything Gina writes is gold. And I also really like her as a person. She's lovely. Olivia writes, "Good morning, tri-hosts. On a recent episode, Meg was talking about her experiences in color guard and how she still jazz runs sometimes. As a student currently in marching band, I can relate. I tend to match the steps to whoever I'm walking with and march when I need to walk faster. My question is for Meg. Do you have any anecdotes from your time in guard that you'd like to share, or any ideas on what band/guard is like in Night Vale? Anyway, I love the show. I always look forward to listening on Thursday morning while I get ready for school, and you never fail to make me laugh. I've already written in about the Go to the Mirror episode, so you'll be hearing from me again in the distant-ish future. I hope to see you live on your next tour if you come to San Francisco." Olivia, thank you for writing it. I thought that because this was a football episode, we could talk about marching band and color guard as well, because it's two sides of the same coin, really is.
Absolutely. Totally.
What I think, I mean, I have lots of anecdotes about color guard. It's really hard, and it's really good, I think, because it's good to learn to do something hard really well. Mm-hmm. So keep at it, enjoy it, have fun. The thing that comes to mind most of all is we practiced early in the mornings on the lower football field that was just absolutely completely covered in geese shit. And when you're in color guard, you're spinning a flag. And so the flag would get wet from hitting the grass and hitting the geese shit, and then it would just smack you across the face. So we'd just be like constantly, like as we're doing our drop spins, just getting like slacked in the face with just like geese shitty wet flag.
Oh.
That's the sort of stuff that makes you tough. And as a person who lives life in this world, I could think it's good to be tough. So keep at it. Have fun out there. You're doing great. Yep. The anecdote that my coach has always said to me was that there's 6 feet of pole and 5 feet of silk. Catch something. I'm sure you have something similar that they say to you. And what is guard/marching band like in Night Vale? I feel like the color guard, they're all little mice. They're like a team of mice with tiny flags. And the band they're all rats. So they're slightly bigger with instruments. And that's my mind canon. Thank you for your time.
Rats and mice. I love that. Next up in the Calzone, we have Nancy. Nancy writes, "Good morning, Night Vale." It's supposed to be similar to the Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam. I do remember that. I did my best. This email is coming from your past, my present, and into our future. I'm a new fan of Night Vale, being introduced by Tumblr's 2023 Sexy Man poll. I started listening at work and quickly became obsessed. I made a thread about my nightly reactions after binging those episodes. I started listening to Good Morning Night Vale. Welcome, Nancy. Hearing you guys talk about all sorts of things made me feel like I was a freshman at college hanging out with the cool upperclassmen. That's a good thing. Oh. I just finished catching up with Good Morning Night Vale, and I am looking forward to seeing the live show at the end of April in Detroit. Oh, hell yeah, Nancy. I will see you there. The last episode I heard was a bedtime story, and before I get into mine canons, I wanted to thank Hal for his words on grief. I lost my husband almost a year and a half ago, and there's still times where I can't come up with good segues. So mine canon time. 1, I picture Big Rico's being built in the early 1900s, got really big and popular during Prohibition, still has a working speakeasy area. Where else would you have gotten a real wheat product-based pizza? True. 2, invisible corn is just the cobs. The stalks can be seen, but not the corn. I will admit, at first, I started with the idea of an empty-looking field, but I like the visible stalk thing better. You know what? I like that too, Nancy. 3, I currently think that Cecil is actually the shadow, that he died as a child, but his shadow stayed around and tried to fill his shoes. Kind of pull this from a short story I read where a man's shadow went to explore the world, and when the man was old and poor, found his shadow who had been one rich and powerful, and then they switched positions where the poor man became the shadow of the rich side. 4, bedtime story is more complex. As a story to young Cecil, it illustrates the Night Vale view of knowledge is bad. The boy wanted to know things, then his family didn't recognize him, and he suffers forever. Also, it was a real event that has longer consequences. Already it's been theorized into being connected to the Whispering Forest and the old oak doors, yes, but I also think that it has ties to the shapeshifters in Night Vale. After all, the boy formed into a tree, and then his family spent decades eating his transformed fruit. See, I knew something was silly with that damn fruit. 5, Hiram should not have been on trial for attempting a coup, but for failing. That might have been an argument the other dragons would have accepted. 6, the old woman who secretly lives in your home should run for substitute mayor. Dana can still be the official mayor, but someone needs to fill the seat, even at a reduced power. Substitutes never have the full power of the position that they fill. 7, I kind of pictured station management as shaped like the slime aliens in Futurama, but with more of a moss-covered wood texture. Okay. Gross. 8, for me, the city council were like the delightful kids from down the lane in Kids Next Door. Multiple bodies standing in fixed groups, sharing one voice/mind. There are a few of my thoughts, but I either can't think of them or kind of involve spoiler territory. There are a few more thoughts, but I either can't think of them or kind of involve spoiler territory. So I will try and hold on to them. From an old millennial, Nancy. Nancy, thank you so much from that. And keep those coming as our episodes continue. We would love to hear your mind cannons, as we love to hear any of you guys' mind cannons that you send to us. We love your theories. We love your comments. We love your questions. We love it that you just love us, you know? So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. The next episode is the Mudstone Abyss Part 1. But until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to suggest a new way to feel truly alive. This show is powered by our patrons, like New996, Pat Lusk, Q Fortier, Rachel Borofsky, and Rowan. If you're interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Calzone ingredient of the week is tractor driving sushi boat for two.